Hello, my friends. I wanted to pop on and do a little recording about this really monumental astrology that we have right now. First of all, I want to thank you for your grace. I know I have not been present on this channel very much lately, and I want to change that. So I've been more focused on my writings and my other creative projects, and I want to be more present here. And I felt deeply inspired to share about this really monumental astrology that we have currently. So today is Saturday, January 20th, and we had some really, really epic astrology happening over the last couple days. So first, I'll kind of go over what the real monumental meat of today is, and then I'll kind of fill in the pieces. So if you're paying any bit of attention to any astrology, you probably know that the Sun and Pluto conjuncted this morning. It was at 5:46 a.m. Pacific time. The Sun and Pluto met up at 29:59 degrees of Capricorn. So this is the last meeting that the Sun and Capricorn, and the Sun and Pluto will have in Capricorn in our lifetimes, right? So Pluto moved into Capricorn in 2008, and we have a Sun-Pluto conjunction every year. And so since 2008, we've had this Sun-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn, but this is the last one that we'll have in our lifetime. And it's very monumental. Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn. And I like to think of Saturn and Capricorn energy as kind of like divine Papa energy. Saturn keeps us responsible and responsible for our soul's higher mission here and for our karma and our dharma. And really, it's like our deep soul mission. And Capricorn is where we build the structures in our lives and in society that help to support us. It's where we do the foundational work. Capricorn is determined, reliable, steady, hardworking, and it's how we decide, how we devote, how we commit, right? There's a lot of commitment energy there. So when we're building strong foundations in the world, that's commitment, and we have to devote to that, right, to see it come forth. And with Pluto in Capricorn since 2008, we've been tearing down structures in society. Pluto is death, rebirth, it's transformation, it's alchemization. Pluto comes in and makes die what no longer serves. And so in this case, Pluto has been taking down the structures in society that no longer serve the evolution of the individual and of the human collective, right? And so it's been a pretty monumental time. When we had Pluto move into Capricorn in 2008, we had the recession here in the United States, and we've had COVID, we've had all kinds of things that have shifted the way that we are in our world. And there's so much astrology that I could review that's happened since Pluto's been in Capricorn, but I'm not going to because I'm talking about this now moment. But it's been a monumental time for the human collective. And this meeting to the minute at 29:59, so that in and of itself is so significant. It's shining this huge illumination on the entire energy of Capricorn as a human collective for us. And Pluto will dip back into Capricorn September 1st, from September 1st until November 19th. So we're not done with the Pluto and Capricorn story, even though Pluto has now officially moved into Aquarius at 4:50 Pacific time, 4:50 p.m. Pacific time this afternoon. We're not totally done with that Pluto and Capricorn story yet. And we are starting the new story at the same time. So Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus. It's about awakening, it's about vibration, it's about frequency, it's about the human collective and what's the best for the collective, right? And it's about technology, and it's shifting times. It's, Uranian energy truly is the energy of awakening, of ascension, right? And so Pluto in Aquarius is here to transform our world in a way that's electric, in a way that's revolutionary, right? Like Aquarius is the revolutionary energy. So we're going to see vast changes for us as a human collective during the Pluto in Aquarian time. And it's incredibly monumental that we had this Sun Pluto conjunction right before they both dipped into Aquarius. So there's a frequency change that's happening right now in the first degrees, the first 10 degrees of Aquarius. It's about our frequency and how our frequency relates to the collective and how it adds to the collective, and how awakened are we, and how, we're being we're we're being shifted really at a core frequency level, and that's what's changing. And we can reflect back to when Pluto dipped into Aquarius last year from March 23rd to June 11th. We had this first taste of what Pluto in Aquarius is. And many of us, if you're watching this, I'm sure you feel your frequency shifting, and it's only going to accelerate with Pluto in Aquarius. It's Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius right now. It's about our boundary between our frequency and other things, and how do we need to shift our boundaries in the quantum field so that we're more in the purity of our own essence, in the purity of our core frequency as the beautiful individuals that we are. And there's a lot of focus on that as well. We've just gone through this Pluto squaring the nodes in Aries over 2023, and the North Node is at 19 degrees of Aries right now. And it's about us embodying our authenticity as the I am individual that we each are, standing as a human here on this planet and embodying our I am beingness and standing in the authenticity of us and acting and moving from that place. And we had this long-standing Pluto square to the nodes throughout much of 2023, which was pushing us into our authenticity, pushing us into embodying who we really are, right? And so now with Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius, it's another call for us to, how do we hold those boundaries, and how do we shift and transform those boundaries so that we are more in the authentic vibration of who each of us solidly is in this moment, right? With the South Node in Libra, we're releasing and letting go of our relationship to everything that keeps us out of the authenticity of our I amness, of the God spark that is each one of us as the individual that we showed up on the planet as, because we all have this beautiful gift of the love that we are here to embody and embrace and express and act from and move from. And that is what we're being called to right now. So with this move with Pluto into Aquarius, there's even more of that. Like, we're shifting our vibration now. We're owning our authentic vibration as the beautiful love that each and every one of us is, at a new level, right? We've been evolving, we've been awakening, and this is just another layer of collective awakening that's happening. So there could be, it's infinite the way that this could show up, the possibilities, but it's about awakening to our authenticity and embodying that in a way that we can stand in the authentic spirit of who we are in our hearts and the love that we are, and have that add like this beautiful vibration to the collective field, right? So another thing that I just really want to talk about is the fact that what I see sometimes that I see in the chart right now, this is very tied, this moment in time is tied to the new moon solar eclipse that we have in April, where we have a new moon solar eclipse at 19 degrees of Aries, conjunct Chiron to the minute. It's at 1924. We have Chiron, the sun, and the moon at 19 degrees and 24 minutes of Aries. And that's about, 19 is about, it's about acting for our hearts to manifest here on this plane. And new moon solar eclipses are about planting seeds to really manifest for our hearts, for the actions that are for the embodied beautiful love that each and every one of us is. And eclipses help us to eclipse out those manifestations that aren't in alignment with who we are and our beautiful authenticity. And what's really cool about this moment in time is right now we have Chiron at 19 degrees of, we have Chiron at 15 degrees of Aries, and we have the North Node at 19 degrees of Aries, and they flip for that new moon solar eclipse. Chiron is the healer. It's the healing energy. It's the healing asteroid, right? And so wherever we have Chiron in transit, there's healing energy that's brought. So Chiron conjunct that new moon is healing our ability to manifest for ourselves, for our hearts, for the actions that are in alignment with the love that we are, and the embodied beingness that we're here to act from, to expand into, to move from. So it's profound to me that it's like an activation, the fact that they're switching spots right now with this amazing to the minute conjunction of the sun and Pluto in the last degrees and last minute of Capricorn, shining a light on the structures. I like to think about Saturn Capricorn is that riverbed. It's that structure that we provide for ourselves, that foundation that we provide so that we can flow in our lives, right? We build a strong, stable, steady foundation from devotion and commitment to our values, Capricorn, Saturn. And when we have that strong riverbed in place, everything flows smoothly and beautifully and easily for us because we've built up the foundation that we need. And so we have this huge light shined on where our foundation is weak, and that's for us individually and collectively. Where do we still need restructuring in our foundation? Where do we need to devote and commit differently so that we're strong and we're held, so we can flow with life and surrender to the experience of life, right? And surrender to what's the best, the highest vibratory experience, Aquarius, right? So it's incredible the harmony that this all is. And we're not done with this Saturn or this Pluto and Capricorn story. We're coming back to that at the end of the year. So it's still in play. And this Sun-Pluto conjunction is illuminating for us what still needs to be restructured in how we decide and devote and commit and discipline ourselves so that we're held in a beautiful way, and we can relax into the authentic vibration of who we are on this planet. And then this flip of the North Node in Chiron, it's just gorgeous. It's just this really beautiful embodiment, this healed embodiment of who we are on the planet. And there's such a focus of energy that's saying that as we awaken to who each and every one of us is, the individual God spark that lives within you, as you awaken to that, you love that, you own that, and you embody that beautifully and authentically, and you allow yourself to be exactly who you are, and you express that, and you act from that place, and you move from that place. That is the pure vibration that is the vibration of love. That is the vibration of love that you add to the collective pool that brings about a further awakening of the human collective. And it's what brings about your own personal awakening, right? As you learn to love and awaken to every part of your authentic being and allow yourself to embody that and be that here in this moment, in each and every now moment, and express that and move from that and be who you are. Speak your truth, shine your light, right? And the day before this beautiful momentous moment in time, yesterday, Friday, January 19th, we had really supportive astrology. We had, we had a Venus square Neptune, Venus in Sagittarius squaring Neptune in Pisces at 25 degrees, the highest degree of spirit, right? It's this, like, we're forcing ourselves to open our belief systems, open our faith in the higher spiritual story, in the dream realized, in that heaven on earth reality. Open your ability to align your faith with your beliefs and allow yourself to open to the higher story, the higher plan here on the planet, and expand into this higher faith. And then we had Mercury in Capricorn in a trine to Jupiter in Taurus, really helping to align our mental fields, our communication with more of a devotional energy, more of a disciplined energy for, again, this, Taurus is Earth, this more expansive Jupiter in Taurus, this more expansive, beautiful experience of our foundational life here on Earth. And then Mercury and Jupiter were in a sextile to Saturn in Pisces, which is calling for us to be responsible for that higher spiritual story that we're all here to live. That dream that our heart and our soul came in with and is wanting to embody and express and live in this lifetime on this planet and ground into reality here. That's what we're all stepping into. I use the phrase heaven on earth, and I know some people don't like it because it sounds so dreamy or woo-woo. I haven't come up with another phrase, the awakened earth. It's like it's us living what it is that our heart and our soul dreams of. That dream life, that dream realized, where we are embodied as our authentic selves, living as the love that we are, acting from that place, expressing from that place, loving from that place, and expanding from that place. And as we do that, we elevate in our own vibration, we elevate in love, and we spread love across the planet. And that's the way that it happens. And all of the astrology is in this beautiful mix supporting that right now. It's supporting this beautiful evolution of consciousness into this expansion of the love that we are. Thank you. Thank you for letting me share. I love you all. Please shine your hearts. I'll be back for the full moon that we have coming up here in just a few days. And I'm so grateful to share with you. Many blessings. And I encourage us all to really be with ourselves. And I was sharing with a group recently about how the experience of being in my core recently, just being in my core, in meditation, feeling the love that I am, there's such a richness to it that I'm experiencing, that it's like it sounds, to put words to it makes it doesn't describe the experience in its profundity. But being with the love that I am and being in the core of the love that I am right now has been so rich. And I encourage us all to spend time tapping into that, into the purity of our own frequency, and feeling that and embodying that, because that is the gift that we give ourselves and we give the world. And it just feels so luscious when we can do that. So I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.